Hi everyone, my name is Ellie. I have ADHD, autism, depression, social anxiety, synesthesia, and hypermobility spectrum disorder, among other conditions. Welcome to my passion project, Mental Central. This video is scripted. It was written on May 6th, 2025. It's being recorded on May 21st, 2025, and it includes the following topics. Facts about me, the plan for Mental Central, including the YouTube, the podcast, the Instagram, and the website, and the conclusion. Part 1 is just a bit about me. I'm a 19-year-old university student in Canada. I have been professionally diagnosed with ADHD, social anxiety, depression, and hypermobility spectrum disorder. I've been somewhat diagnosed with PMS, or premenstrual syndrome, and emotional dysregulation, which means that a professional basically agreed with me but did not completely diagnose me. And based on personal research and the opinions of friends and family, it's likely that I have autism, synesthesia, and interoceptive dysfunction. So the following is Mental Central: a YouTube channel, a podcast, an Instagram account, and most importantly, a website. I'm not trying to monetize anything, I'm just trying to give people access to things they can use. Everything from YouTube will be uploaded to other streaming services as a podcast, and the YouTube videos will also include transcripts. These are going to be personal anecdotes and strategies I have used, mostly related to ADHD, depression, social anxiety, and other experiences I encounter or have encountered in my life. The Instagram account will be for publicity's sake. I want to spread awareness and resources to as many people as possible, and I have lots of experience doing that kind of thing through Instagram, so that's how I'm going to publicize. Finally, the website. I'm going to go over the website now with you. Basically, the website is a forum where people can submit their own resources. It's also a local hub where everything from Mental Central can be found, including YouTube videos and the resources, as well as links to Instagram and the podcast. You can visit Mental Central by going to sites.google.com/view/mental-central. On the homepage, it's just a welcome to Mental Central, a link to Instagram, and a link to YouTube. Then there is a button to go to the community resources. This is also a separate page that you can find in the content bar at the top. The community resources have an extensive list of conditions that I pulled from the DSM-5. After all and general, the categories are attention deficit and hyperactivity, autism spectrum, intellectual development, communication and language, specific learning disorders, motor tics and Tourette's, other neurodevelopmental disorders, schizophrenia and psychosis, bipolar and cyclotimic, catatonia, depression and mood, anxiety, obsessive-compulsive, synesthesia, trauma and stressor-related, dissociation and related, somatic symptom and related, feeding and eating, elimination, sleep-wake, sexual dysfunctions, gender dysphoria, disruption, impulse control and conduct, substances and addiction, neurocognitive disorders, personality disorders, paraphilia, and the submit button. You can choose any one of the categories to find a resource for what you're looking for, or you can look through all in order to find any of the resources that have been uploaded, as well as the information that accompanies them. Submit a resource is where you can find the form to submit a community resource. So we'll just go over the form together. Here is Mental Central resource upload. First, please enter your email address to be alerted once your resource has been published. Then, are you comfortable being contacted for clarification if something is unclear about your resource during the review stage? By selecting no, you agree that changes may be made to your resource without your review, or your resource may not be published due to lack of clarity or understanding. Then it's just a yes or no. Next, what category or categories does your resource best fall into? And it's the exact same list I just read out from the website, as well as an other. Next, please specify your category in as much detail as possible. In the first example, one may choose anxiety and write separation anxiety. In the second example, one may choose ADHD and write I have ADHD as a note. If no specification is possible, please write NA. Then please upload your resource here. It supports up to 10 files, and the maximum is 100 megabytes per file or 1 gigabyte in total. Next, please write a description of your resource to accompany your file. Include purpose, goal, task, directions, and anything else that might be relevant. Next, did you create this resource? Yes, no, or partially? Then, if you did not create this resource, do you have the right to share it here, i.e. consider copyright licensing and other related things? The options are yes, no, not sure, and I created this resource. Then, if you did not create this resource and you have the right to upload it here, please credit the original creator. If you did create this resource, please write NA. Next, by submitting this file, you agree that all necessary credit and sources are included. You agree, disagree, or it's not applicable. Then, please write the name by which you would like to be credited for your upload. This will be visible to everyone. Full names, first names, aliases, usernames, etc. are acceptable as long as it's what you are comfortable with. If you would prefer not to be credited, please write anonymous. Lastly, please give any extra notes you would like to provide. Once you are done completing the form, please click Submit. Thank you so much for your contribution. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out via the contact form. The next tab on the website is External Resources. This is just a hub with links to external websites, blogs, or resources such as PDFs, books, etc. And this includes ADHD Flourishing, a podcast, DBT skills training, handouts and worksheets, free CBT resources, therapy worksheets, handouts, and tools from Therapist Aid, and psychology tools to deliver effective therapy. Lastly, Mindsplain, which seeks to answer your most pressing questions about psychology and mental health. If you have any other suggestions for external resources, please complete the contact form. The next tab on the website is Get Help Now. First, it states that the Canada and USA Suicide Lifeline is the phone number 988. Then there are buttons to find a therapist in Canada and USA, the United Kingdom, and worldwide. Then there are supports by country. These are mostly just helplines or local sources or resources for your country, sometimes from government websites, sometimes from blogs or other sources. Then the last button is Helplines Worldwide, and this takes you to a website where you can input your category for what you need help with, and then your location, and it can tell you which helplines are going to be helpful for you. Finally is the contact form. This is if you have a question or suggestion for me regarding Mental Central. Please be respectful and remember that this is still a young project with a long way to go. In the contact form, just enter your email address, the most appropriate category of your message, so either question, feedback, or other, and then write your message at the bottom. The very last tab on the website is the search bar, and this is very helpful in case you want to search for example, organization or intrusive thoughts or anything of the like. You can also search by the uploader if you like somebody specific that uploads resources or anything else like that. So that is the extent of Mental Central. Thank you so much for watching and take care of yourself.